Have you ever wondered why, no matter how much you achieve or how much love you receive, you still feel like you're not good enough? Why that sense of unworthiness clings to you, even though you're doing everything right? Let's dive into that deep sense of not being good enough, feeling that so many of us carry into adulthood, often without even realizing why. The truth is, this belief often stems from our earliest experiences, especially when we grow up facing emotional neglect or abuse. As children, we had to make sense of a confusing and often painful environment. And our brains, brilliantly wired to protect us, to keep us safe, came up with this survival strategy or survival mechanism. Imagine a young child in an unsafe situation. If the caregivers, the very people meant to love, protect, and nurture, are causing this child harm, so that this child faces an unbearable reality, it has become too terrifying to think my parents, the people who are supposed to love me, are actually hurting me. So instead, the brain takes a different approach. If it's my fault, then I have some control. If I could just be better, then they'd love me. And I would be safe finally. So this is your brain's very intelligent way to make a painful reality bearable. To give you a sense of control over something that you couldn't truly control. So the belief that I'm not good enough or I'm unlovable became a way to survive for you. It wasn't because you were doing something wrong. It was born as a coping mechanism. So while this helped you survive as a child, it becomes self-sabotaging as an adult. You might find yourself constantly people-pleasing, overworking, avoiding intimacy, or never allowing yourself to actually feel good. Because deep down, the self-blame narrative still runs the show. Healing begins when we recognize that we were never the problem. The environment that we grew up in, that was flawed, not us. That sense of unworthiness was never a reflection of your own value, but a reflection of the pain you were trying to understand. And now, as adults, it's about rewriting that story. It's about understanding that you are enough. You've always been enough. It's about giving yourself the permission to let go of the need to be perfect, to stop seeking approval from those who could never truly see you, and to start learning to love yourself just as you are. Healing starts when we decide to let go of self-blame and finally accept ourselves fully. This isn't easy, but it is possible. It's about taking small, consistent steps towards compassion, towards understanding that what happened to you was never your fault, but also towards embracing the person, the beautiful, magnificent person who you truly are. Are you ready to start your journey towards self-love? It's time to let go of all those old beliefs about not being good enough, about needing to people please, about needing to prove your worth. And finally, step into your worthiness. Check out the link in my bio for the Self-Love Activation Program so that you can start working towards accepting and loving yourself fully.